There is something almost poetic about training the chest. It is the moment you grip the dumbbells, feel the tension build in your arms, and push against resistance that seems to challenge not just your body, but your willpower. Most people chase the perfect chest routine. They search endlessly: incline bench, cable fly, push-ups, dips, and machines that promise to carve definition. But the truth? You do not need an endless list of exercises. You do not need to complicate what is actually very simple. Today, we are going to talk about the only 2 dumbbell chest exercises you truly need, and why mastering these 2 can completely transform your chest strength, your appearance, and even the way you feel about training. Before we get into it, if you are serious about building strength and confidence through simple, powerful workouts, then make sure you subscribe to Serious Wellness, because this channel is about more than lifting weights. It is about lifting yourself. Let us begin with a truth few people will tell you. Your chest does not grow because of variety. It grows because of mastery. Too many people jump from one exercise to another, never giving their muscles time to adapt and improve. But if you focus deeply, if you commit to just 2 perfectly executed dumbbell movements, you can shape your entire chest with precision. So let's start with exercise 1, the dumbbell bench press. It sounds basic, right? Almost too common. But here's where most people go wrong. They treat it like a basic movement. They rush through reps, they bounce the weights off their chest, and they forget what this movement truly represents. The dumbbell bench press is not just about moving weight up and down. It is about controlling power through your chest fibers, from the very first inch of the lift to the last. Picture this. You are lying on the bench. The dumbbells hover just above your chest. Your elbows are slightly tucked in, not flared. You take a deep breath, tighten your core, and as you press up, you imagine squeezing your chest together, not just pushing your arms. That single mental shift changes everything, because now every rep becomes a conversation between your mind and your muscle. You are not throwing weight, you are sculpting. With dumbbells, unlike a barbell, your arms work independently. That means you correct imbalances. You build strength evenly, and you engage stabilizing muscles that a barbell often ignores. The path of motion is natural, not locked, not forced, just fluid. And here's something powerful. When you reach the top of the press, twist your wrists slightly inward, not excessively, but just enough to squeeze the chest at peak contraction. That small detail increases muscle fiber engagement dramatically. You can do this on a flat bench, an incline, or even on the floor. But if you only had one option, the flat dumbbell press covers the entire chest beautifully. It hits the mid-fibers directly, giving your chest that full, dense look most people try to get from 4 or 5 different machines. When you finish a proper set, slow reps, deep stretch, and a hard squeeze, you will feel the difference. The chest should feel alive, heavy with blood flow, as if the muscle is breathing. And that's the first key. Master the press, not just mechanically, but mentally. Because this movement builds the foundation. It is the power, the thickness, the mass. But mass alone is not enough. You also need definition. You need that separation, the lines that make your chest look sculpted rather than flat. And that brings us to exercise 2, the dumbbell fly. Now, if the press is about pushing strength, the fly is about stretching control. This movement is not about lifting heavy. It is about tension, range, and connection. You start on the same bench. You hold the dumbbells right above your chest with a slight bend in your elbows. As you lower the weights, you imagine opening your arms like wings. Slow, steady, feeling every fiber stretch. Here's the beauty of it. The fly trains your chest in a way pressing never can. When you lower the dumbbells, the outer part of your chest stretches to its limit. And when you bring them back together, you are contracting through the full range of motion. It is like sculpting from edge to edge. You are not throwing the weights up. You are drawing them together as if you are trying to hug a giant tree or crush an invisible ball between your arms. You can almost feel the fibers pulling, burning, demanding focus. That burn is not pain, it is communication. It is your chest telling you that it is waking up, rebuilding, and reshaping. The dumbbell fly also enhances flexibility and muscle coordination. When paired with the bench press, it creates perfect synergy, strength plus shape, density plus definition. That is why I said these are the only 2 dumbbell exercises you need, because together they cover every aspect of chest development: press for power, fly for form. You can change the angle, incline, flat, or decline, to target upper, mid, or lower chest, but the foundation remains the same. You do not need 10 exercises, you just need 2 done right. But let's step back for a moment, because exercise is not just about building a better chest, it is about building a better version of you. Every time you pick up a dumbbell, you are doing something that most people will never commit to in their self-discipline. You are deciding that comfort will not win today. You are proving that growth does not come from excuses, it comes from action. That simple act of lifting, breathing, and pushing beyond what feels possible, it changes you. It sharpens your mind, it strengthens your resolve, and it teaches your body that you are in control. Many people say they want results. Few are willing to stay consistent enough to earn them. But the truth is, your body is a mirror of your habits. What you eat, how you move, how you rest, it all shows. If you commit to just these 2 exercises, truly commit, and perform them with intensity, progression, and focus, you will see results faster than you think. You will see your chest filling out, your posture improving, your confidence growing, and then one day you will look in the mirror and realize something deeper has changed. It is not just your body that looks stronger, it is you. Because fitness is not a luxury, it is a responsibility to yourself. It is proof that you care about your health, your energy, and your potential. That is why when I say these 2 dumbbell exercises are enough, I mean it beyond the physical. They represent a principle. Simplicity done with consistency beats complexity done with inconsistency. People waste time chasing the next trend, the next new workout, the next shortcut. But the body does not care about trends. It cares about tension, effort, and recovery. When you master the press and the fly, you are not missing out. You are doing exactly what works. So how should you train? Start simple. Flat dumbbell press. 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Focus on slow control, full range, and hard contraction. Dumbbell fly, 4 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Go lighter, stretch deeper, squeeze harder. That is it. That's your routine. 8 solid sets, total focus, total effort, but make it intentional. Do not just lift the weights, feel them. Do not just move through the motion, own it. Between sets, breathe deeply. Visualize your chest growing stronger, more defined. Feel proud that you are showing up, that you are putting in real work, because that is what most people miss. They chase motivation, but forget discipline. Motivation is the spark. Discipline is the engine. And the more you train, the more you will discover that the weights are not your enemy. They are your teachers. They teach patience, endurance, humility. They remind you that strength is earned, not given. When your muscles tremble, when your arms feel heavy, when your chest burns, that is not failure. That is progress made visible. You are rewriting your limits. You are redefining your strength. Now imagine where this mindset can take you. You start with 2 dumbbell exercises, but the discipline you build there spreads into everything else. Your job, your relationships, your mindset. Because training is not just a physical transformation, it is mental architecture. Each rep lays a brick in the foundation of your character. Each workout is another step away from weakness, from doubt, from excuses. That is why I want you to remember this line. The body follows the mind, and the mind follows discipline. You do not need a fancy gym. You do not need 10 machines. You just need 2 dumbbells and a decision. A decision to start, a decision to show up, a decision to keep going, especially when it gets hard. And when it does, when you feel tired, when your muscles scream to stop, remind yourself why you started. You did not start to quit halfway. You started to prove to yourself that you can change. Every rep is a step toward that proof. Every drop of sweat is evidence of your effort. And every time you push past that wall, you are becoming the version of yourself you once admired in others. So here is your challenge. Forget complicated programs. Forget chasing new trends. Pick up your dumbbells, master the press and the fly, and do it with everything you have. Give these 2 movements 6 weeks of full commitment, proper form, good nutrition, and adequate rest. And I promise you, your chest will not just look different, it will feel different. You will carry yourself differently. You will stand taller, breathe deeper, and walk with the quiet confidence that comes from real strength. Because the truth is, the weights never lie. They will give back exactly what you give them. No more, no less. So are you ready? Because your transformation starts the moment you stop overcomplicating it and start mastering the basics. 2 exercises, 1 goal, a stronger chest and a stronger you. If this inspired you to train smarter, not harder, then make sure to like this video, share it with someone who needs a push, and subscribe to Serious Wellness for more content that builds not just bodies, but mindsets. Because remember, every time you lift, you are not just building muscle, you are building the person you are meant to be. Stay strong, stay focused, and I will see you in the next one.